So I'm about halfway through this project, and I thought, you know what, there's a lot of people that have Navigators that want to replace maybe their keyless entry pad. They fail. Don't take them apart and try and fix them. They're a sealed unit. Yeah, you could maybe open them up, but they'll fail again. And a new one, I have the part number and everything, is about $130. And it's really a good investment because then you get your car back. But the problem was trying to find out how to take it apart and get to it. Probably most of the keyless entries you can get from the front, and they have a little encasement bezel around them, and you just pop them out and you're good to go. Well, this particular one is behind a piece of plastic that is the door trim or the window trim. And very carefully and gingerly with some special tools I have here, pry-tools, I was able to kind of poke around and find out that there is actually a piece of plastic back here that has no way of really getting it out clean. I mean, it was a pressure to pull up and out, and it's serrated right here, and this broke off. There was nothing I could do about that. I wasn't getting this off, and I wasn't taking it to the dealer. And that's part of this whole piece, or maybe it's just a end piece here. I don't know, but I'm going to make do with it and put it back in and probably seal it in here with some really high polyurethane glue. It'll be fine because this just basically sits in there like this. So how do you get this out? Well, once you pull up on here, this other end is stuck in here, and it goes through the mirror hole in the frame. So don't try to yank this out, okay? You've got to take the door off. The door actually, with all the screws come up, pushes up, pulls out, and then you've got a lot of framing in between there that you've got to take out the covering plastic and just cut it out with a razor blade so you can put it back and glue it. That way it'll preserve the seal and everything and make your sound barrier really good. But with this, I had to remove, right here sits the rotating mirror, the electric mirror. And there are 3 bolts in a triangle. And you take those out, those come out. You pop the little ends that hold this. And this is sitting right down just below the mirror on the door. And you unplug this. And that's not necessarily the most easiest part, because what happens is this little thing, bugger I was going to say, is really hard to get out, okay? And it sits in a little case, so if you can pop these 2 outside pieces, then you can pop this out and this case comes out. There's a case included in this one, but you got to be careful not to try and pry under here or anything like that to mess up the plastic. But as you can see, this popped in pretty well. It was not easy to do. And then you can see in here, and I don't know if I can show you, but inside here there are 2 pieces of plastic or sticky glue, and those glue that hold the cable up and over this way a little bit or forward a little bit is shot. So I'm just going to take this off and put another 3M sticky piece that I have, double-sided tape. Your 3M double-sided tape is actually your best, which is usually red, and one side's sticky, and when I peel the other side it'll be really good. And I'm going to peel that off. I'm not going to show you that because I'm sure most of you DIYers have done it before, but I can actually almost get it with my finger, but I can use a pry tool and push on it and get enough of it to peel it back. And when you peel it back, you set the other piece in and you're done. And it's just putting it back together. There's nothing magical about this. Right here, you're going to have to put some glue in there and you're done. But take your time. Just take your time when you're doing this. This is for the 2004 Navigator with the chrome bezel. Keyless entry lock.